Welcome back to the Stack Crypto channel. It's your boy Brazen.
Hey, your boy Double O.
Oh snap! Hit up, dude. Look at that Stack shirt. Where'd you get that from, bro?
Oh, it's the new guy in town.
I dig it. I dig it, man. Hey, let us know if you. Well, actually, we should do a giveaway of a T-shirt. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because we can say maybe like 100 subscribers, and we give away a shirt.
Yep.
Is what I'm saying? Yes. So at 100 subscribers, we're going to give away 2 shirts. All you have to do is to be subscribed, like a video, comment on any video. We're just going to go randomly and select one and send out a T-shirt. How is that?
Sounds like a plan.
There we go. We have a plan, ladies and gentlemen. 100 subscribers, we're giving away 2 T-shirts. 2 Stack T-shirts, man. Free T-shirts. Can't complain about it. Well, let's get into the business. First of all, thank you for liking and subscribing. Okay, thank you for watching our videos, ladies and gentlemen. It really means a lot to us. We know you don't have to, but you're doing it anyway. So that's really dope. Getting into the action today, we're looking at Ethereum. 47,000. Did I just say Ethereum was 47,000? $4,734. Now, the last time we did some technical analysis on Ethereum, we did say it was going to be rolling in this. Okay, my tools are always on the wrong one. Let me roll back here. All right. So the last time we did some technical analysis on Ethereum, we said it was going to be going through this bullish continuation channel here, just touching the bottom of the channel and coming back up. And so far, we've seen that it's been moving in that direction. Kenny,
That's the moon channel. That's the moon channel.
Is that the path to the moon?
That's the path to that 47,000 that.
Right. Hey,
that you mentioned earlier.
Listen, man.
It's not always the path. Of course, it's gonna come crashing down at some point.
It is
right now, though,
especially with some news about which we're going to be getting into later on, the 6 million move into the exchanges. So
is it billion worth of Ethereum inside the exchanges now?
Yeah, exactly. So that's an
we'll see
interesting
what
one.
happens.
Yep.
But right now, though, at the moment, the trend is upward.
Right.
I'm not sure if I should go into the details of the technical analysis.
Yeah, go for it, man.
It's already showing here. You know, you still see the up and down, up and down. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, man. Here's a tricky thing. There's a 100% Fibonacci retracement.
Oh,
which it has been climbing continuously, and it got to that point where it touched it. Now, the question is if it's going to break away from that. Because if it breaks from there, obviously we're in this extended bull market situation. If it breaks away from that, then hey, you know,
let's look at the 4 hour quick.
This is the crazy thing, man. There are people that still believe that Ethereum is still gonna hit 10K this year. I don't know what calendar they're using, but
I don't know. Yeah, that 48,000 and something. So the 100% is right up there.
Right.
Yeah, it's already touched it before, so it's gonna go back there and test it.
Yeah, it touched it before.
48,067 is where it's gonna go to. When you zoom in closer.
Now,
it might fail there,
right?
Or just go all the way down to 5,000. Go to 5,000. Boom! Look at that perfect line until right there. 1.618.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's gonna go. Or could go above 5,000 to wherever 5,100 and something is actually touched the white line.
Right.
I'm not sure if it's gonna happen. Today is November 15th. Yeah, we'll see.
Well, it could happen.
Is possible.
Price action.
5,
Looking at things
possible,
though, it's, you know, it can happen.
Looking bullish.
The awesome oscillator as well, also showing that momentum has reversed, kind of moving towards the upside. TTM right now is still, well, it's actually one candle to the upside there, but we do have that red dot there, which means it may not run, depending on what happens, right? But Ethereum definitely looking good so far. Our TA, I guess you could say an update on our TA on that one. It's been moving in the direction that we kind of predicted there. Mana, Kenny, go for it.
Mana to the house, make mana fall on you. The central land. Mana. Oh yes. Mana was another one of the coins that we brought to you guys way before Metaverse was a noise, and now the Metaverse is a noise, and Mana is even more of a bigger noise. All right. So yes, one of those beautiful mornings, man. We're trying to adjust from our Florida trip to this cold weather here right now.
Hey man, Florida was awesome though. Florida was awesome.
Oh, yes.
We'd like to share more information
to share. Yeah,
absolutely. But carry on.
So Yeah, so we're looking at Mana right now. Looking at the charts, it's currently at the 0.382. Looking quite interesting. There's a big possibility though that if it doesn't survive this current support resistant level, because 0.382 is a combination of both, it could fall back down to 59 cents or somewhere around that range. But it seems to want to be making a pattern between that 0.382 and 0.618.
Right.
I know this is upside down right now, so we might need to flip the Fibonacci retracement. If
Yes.
that gets flipped and yeah, do a quick flip. Let's see what
Let's
happens
do a
there.
flip on it and see what happens, man. It's like flipping burgers, man. Reverse. There we go. All right, go ahead.
Go. Yeah, so 0.618, yes. That candle opens above the 0.618 for sure. We're gonna go touch that one line. That's a very strong entry point if you were day trading. That's what one of the things that we learned from day trading options.
All right.
But at the current moment, it's holding that strong resistance level, and if it fails it, it's gonna come down back to the 0.382, which it has done before, and it's gonna keep repeating that trend until it moves up. If it falls below the 0.382, it's definitely gonna come down to most likely gonna come down to zero or below that.
Yeah, Mana is definitely an interesting one. It is one of those ones where, you know, I'm not in it because I sold mine because I was being impatient, but definitely looking pretty strong, looking very interesting right now, especially with the metaverse stuff going on.
Exactly. If you think the metaverse, you gotta get into Mana long term. Don't look at sense movement now. You know, sense is just a matter of time, not the future.
Yeah, I haven't gotten back into it heavily yet, but I'm just watching to see what happens. But you know, still,
you're one of those people that don't want to buy in the bull market.
Hey man,
come back down in the bear market so I can buy you.
Anything can happen. So I don't feel the need to jump into something and create a losing situation for myself when I don't have to. You might also just, you know what I mean? It's like I'm fine not losing any money versus trying to chase after some money and then lose some money because of the uncertainty. I like to stack the odds in my favor before I execute. But
that's one of the lessons that we learned in Florida, actually, which we've always known, but it's a good confirmation, is that when you get into this investment, you should be considering how much you can lose, not how much you can gain. When you keep that in your mind, that kind of disciplines you into not rushing into an investment. Right now, we're in an extremely bull market. As you can see, all the price action is above the 20, 50, 200. It's extremely bullish. Yeah, but there will be a time in the coming months
where we shall make it below the 200-day moving average.
Buy up.
Yeah, I mean, like I'll give you an example here, right? So if you look back, we're now looking at Harmony One, currently trading at 28 cents, right? The previous time this thing had a pullback, right? Let's say from the previous top there, and fell below the 200-day moving average. That was about, what was that, a 75% drop. So, you know, we cannot say that this will never happen again. Because nothing,
stock market,
even I mean, regardless, even if it was a stock market, right? It's just like nothing goes up forever. It's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? It does not go forever. Well, I guess ultimately, if you look at something like Bitcoin, from the beginning of time, it's only been going up forever. But even then, there were periods of times when it pulled back to give people, where people were able to find that entry point. But
people want to say it's going up forever. It's 12 years worth of data, so it looks like it's going up forever. But that thing about some 90% drops.
Well, if you're
2,000 down to $250,
right? No, I agree with that. What I'm saying is that if you bought it when it was at 20K, then when it had an 80% retracement, you had to wait a couple years to come back. It's not a good feeling sitting there in the negative forever, right? This is why we do technical analysis, because you want to be able to get into things at the best possible point so that you're maximizing your gains continuously. So yeah, that's so, you know, nothing goes on forever. That's why I did not get into that Mana situation yet. But anyway, looking at Harmony here, previously when we do some technical analysis on this, we drew this rising wedge. And we said if it breaks out of this situation, we're going to see a run. And well, exactly that happened. Ever since we did this technical analysis here, which was, what was that? Maybe like October, early October time frame. We'll see that Harmony has moved at least 105%, right, to the upside.
Did you get in?
Hey man,
I know I got in.
I'm still in it. I'm still in it. I'm still holding it.
I'm still holding.
Right. And right now, I mean, it's kind of retraced about 27% right now. So definitely an interesting one. Still holding some of this. And I will also, I think it's also kind of holding at this price point here. And we'll see how the pattern forms, and then we'll go from there. Kenny.
Yeah, you were saying earlier that the pattern looks similar to something that happened before the most recent bullish move.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think it looks quite interesting.
Yeah, so if you're looking in this area here, right, before that big bullish move, you see that there's oscillations there, and I believe that is the exact same thing that we are seeing here.
So we just need those candles to stay between that 0.618 and 0.382, and then that moves now comes back to 0.618 and then go back up.
Absolutely.
Something like that.
I mean, it might not be exactly exact, but that's the general idea. Absolutely. I agree with that. So, and of course, TTM is starting to move in the right direction. But the interesting thing here is that there's a bit of a divergence with the awesome oscillator, which will be your momentum situation. It's currently moving the wrong direction. But at the same time, you can see that if you match it to the same period which I circled, or a similar period which I circled, there was one bar downward, and then there's that reversal. So these reversals can happen. We just wait to see. We just need to wait and see what happens in this situation here. Right?
Sir.
Any thoughts on the TA, sir?
I'm going one for the dollar. It's going to the dollar. That's enough. I know that for sure.
You said it's going to. You said it's going to $1. How many?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
one for $1. One for $1.
Strong prediction there, sir. Let's get into the news.
From Double O. Timeline though, I didn't tell you that.
It's gonna hit $1 in 20 years.
Nah, not
Hey, I mean, look, man, that's how some people
predict. It's a good project, by the way.
That's how some people predict the stock market crash, right? They just keep saying the market will crash until the market crashes. Then they're like, we were right.
Yes, I predicted
we were right. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Taproot, Bitcoin's long anticipated upgrade has activated. Oh snap. Why did they have a fire sword there? How is that representative of Taproot?
Double-edged sword, man. This you know how you tap the iron and make it really strong? This is the process of making steel really, really strong.
I wonder how Bitcoin maximalists will feel about something like this.
Well, we spoke to a couple of them this weekend.
Don't point. Don't point.
Okay, all right,
yeah,
all right,
no pointing.
Don't point the sword. Don't point the gun.
Hey, yo, listen. You know what? Actually, let's talk about it, bro. A Bitcoin maximalist is a person who believes that, listen, there is Bitcoin and nothing else. Right? And I think when you speak to Bitcoin maximalists, you see their point. You get the point. But I think it is important to be able to expand, because this space has a lot more to offer than, just Bitcoin. Which is why I'm wondering how they will feel about the fact that people are adding some features to their Bitcoin. You see what I'm saying? I love Bitcoin. Yeah, so go ahead.
There's the old concept of if it ain't broke, don't touch it. Yeah. But the reality is that if Bitcoin does not adapt or change or get stronger, Ethereum, Solana will surpass it.
Right, but does it need to though? Why does it need to? When there's Ethereum?
We have to understand. Okay,
it's like saying you have a horse, right? A horse does not need to be a car. It does not mean you cannot still enjoy a horse.
But then the horse got replaced by a car eventually, and people will not ride the horses for fun now. For sports.
But that's not a problem. You can have a horse.
It is a problem if it's supposed to be the future and supposed to be the king. The king never gets replaced.
Let me use a different. Kenny, let me use another analogy.
Yeah.
A spoon does not need to be a fork.
But a spoon can do a fox job.
Yes, but it does not need to be a fork.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? A spoon
can get replaced by a fork.
It can, but it does not need to be like, okay, let's say if you need to drink something, right? That is just like tea, right? You can drink the tea with your teaspoon. That is what a teaspoon is for. Yeah. If you're going to eat rice, you could use a spoon or a fork. right? Because a fork has given you that versatility now. It does not mean that I want my fork to also be able to drink tea.
True that.
You catch my drift. So it is fine for a spoon to be a spoon and for a fork to be a fork. Ethereum can be Ethereum with all the great things on it. And I think Bitcoin can be a great store of value and just that. Decentralized as hell.
Exactly. Now I understand you.
Carry on.
What I'm trying to say is that a spoon, which is the Bitcoin,
right,
needs to be able to do some of what a fork does for the spoon to retain its relevancies.
Well, that's why I was asking you why.
Yeah. Let me explain why.
Okay.
All right. So, technical. Bitcoin, exchange of money, point to point, right? That is its core value. Like, I want to be the future of money, digital money, secure, safe, fast, and blah, blah, blah. But the more adoption of Bitcoin that we have, scalability becomes an issue, which is what Taproots now bring, right? Remember we were talking about Bitcoin only being 300 megabytes worth of data that you can store on the phone, the old ledger,
right.
Or 300 gigabytes, right? You can store that on the phone. Yeah. But the more people adopt it, how do you transact during those busy periods? 24 hours, 48 hours to move a coin? That is what cryptocurrency is supposed to be fixing.
But why do you need to?
Let's taproot this baby,
and
make it faster. Okay. At least it can do some functions of a fork.
No, I get.
So that it doesn't get fucked.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, right? I guess my thing is, it is a problem for people who want to use Bitcoin as a means of currency, right?
Oh, because you could use something else like XLM for.
You could use a bunch of other things, yes, which will be less fees, right? I don't need to send you something in Bitcoin. I can send it with there's so many ways I can send it. But if you wanted to just store value, if you wanted to store wealth,
like gold,
yes, you can put it in Bitcoin and it's untouchable in that sense. So it's like some things just need to be what they are. I don't want a oh God, let me not go there. I don't want a I guess a car that is a horse at the same time. I just want a horse or a car, and I can pick which one I want to enjoy at any point in time.
I'll say everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Everyone is. This is why we're discussing this.
I also think if you wanted to trade, you wanted to come out of your stored value, right, which is Bitcoin. Yeah. Right. It's easier for you to just Bitcoin to Bitcoin and just move it without having to say, oh, I gotta go sell my Bitcoin, convert it to XLM before I get it back on my Bitcoin or for whatever function I want to use it for.
But you can do that right now. Right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that it's super slow. If everybody's trying to do it at the same time, it takes 24 to 48 hours. That's why people are jumping to Ethereum. And Ethereum got gas fees, and everybody's jumping to Solana, and Cardano's trying to bring the same thing.
Yes.
All these different blockchains trying to solve the same problem. Again, it goes back to the .com ages. Right. We used to have Google. We used to have Search.com. We used to have all these different search engines, but Google won the battle. So the goal is for Bitcoin to retain its authority of retaining value, and then the guys that want to just do the exchanges of currencies, they can continue to do whatever they want to do, but Bitcoin's gotta be able to do some of that as well.
I get your idea with the speed. Maybe more speed is great, right? Maybe more speed
coming from you.
Maybe more speed.
You like speed.
Listen, maybe more speed is great, right? But I don't think it's necessary because it does not take you a whole day to convert your Bitcoin into something else.
During the busy pool times.
Bro, you just sell it into USDT, convert it into something else and send it. That takes a couple seconds. That does not take a whole day.
That's the problem. I'm saying? Folks are like, I don't want to touch USDT because Tether got his own problem.
Right, but why? Then use something else. There's more than one stable coin. You know what I mean? I guess I shouldn't have said USDT. You sell your Bitcoin into a stable coin, move it into something else and send it. If anyone does not want to do that, I don't want to call anyone lazy, but there is a well-known fact: people are lazy, right? So what do you do?
Yeah, so I think, we're talking to the audience here. Yeah. If these are the folks that got into Bitcoin when it was $2 and $20, right? They want to protect their assets so badly that I think this is where most of these maximalists come from, right? Is that they just want to stay in the space without risking the possibility of losing it within the exchange process. I think that's it.
Listen, I met this chick. She was a totally cool chick, by the way. But she was a maximalist, and I'm talking about a fiery maximalist. It was very interesting. Great conversations with her, though. I think she's gonna be on the podcast sometime.
I mean, yeah. I'm gonna invite you to the show.
Anyway, Taproot Bitcoin long anticipated upgrade has activated. Taproot gives developers an expanded toolbox to work with as they continue to ideate, iterate, and build on Bitcoin. So some of the things that are coming here, as we already discussed here, is going to be, I guess, the ability for really scalability. Really is the big thing. Yeah. So scalability is the big thing here. The ability to send more crypto or more Bitcoin and being able to send it very fast without compromising decentralization. Ultimately, is what it comes down to, right? And I know you were saying that you were giving Bitcoin up to what? December to activate this? November? Hey,
so we want to see the value before I get back in. But I'm not getting back in the bullish market, by the way. I just hope I don't lose my opportunity to get back in, though. I sold it for some Cardano, and Cardano's over here playing stupid games, man.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was kind of surprised when you sold your Bitcoin, man. I was like,
I have to follow my words, man. I cannot be talking to people about all this stuff and not be doing what I'm saying. I have to be a man of integrity. Well, said I was gonna do it, and I did it.
Well, hey, I understand that, bro. What I'm saying is that I have discussions with people about things as well, and also I also kind of look at things like, well, we're also in a very new space where things are changing continuously, right? That is why sometimes I would prefer to wait and see what happens first. You know what I'm saying? But again, in the situation, in an environment where things are changing continuously, you might need to make, change actions a lot too.
And you know the reason why I sold my Bitcoin is exactly because of this next topic.
Let's talk the ETF situation. Okay, well, these are the high-profile Bitcoin spot ETF applications currently in play. Bitcoin exchange-traded funds have sprung up around the world, but the US SEC continues to stonewall proposals for a Bitcoin spot ETF. A number of hopefuls have filed proposals in the US for an exchange-traded fund that will offer exposure to Bitcoin. To date, the SEC, essentially. The SEC has rejected every application for a Bitcoin spot ETF. Why do you think this is, sir?
Well, spot ETF is actual exposure to real Bitcoin.
To Bitcoin, yeah.
And the other one is derivatives, which is the futures one, which is not in real, it's just a contract of something, right?
Yeah.
They both allow you to either short or long Bitcoin.
Yes.
They just don't want to confirm Bitcoin as an asset. So I think that's the old pushback. So once they do that, then it's an asset.
Well, here's the thing.
That's still the big fight.
As much as they do not want to confirm Bitcoin as an asset, right? The reality is that Bitcoin is here. Bitcoin is real, and it is a legitimate economic piece at this point in time, right?
Maybe if we put ourselves in their shoes, maybe the regulations haven't caught up to that. So maybe they're trying to catch up to that first before they confirm it. Because if they confirm it, then they have to protect it. What rights do they have in terms of taxing it, and all those different kind of stuff? Those haven't been figured out yet. So they cannot put the chicken before the egg or the egg before the chicken. I don't know.
But how can you approve a futures ETF that is, and how can you feel comfortable approving a futures ETF on something, right, to get exposure to something but still not get exposure to the thing? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. Like, I would, if you're gonna be okay with this, and this is questions to the SEC, if you're gonna be okay with trading the futures of something, right, but those futures are not directly linked to that thing, right, which is
that's fraud.
Which opens the manipulation that we speak of, right? Yeah. How can you not be, if you're being genuine that you care about Bitcoin, right? How can you not be okay with approving a spot ETF that just directly gives you access to what it is? You see what I'm saying?
Possible government that we just can't figure that out.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
Next topic.
I think that this is one of those ones, man, and I think we have to keep trying. As a matter of fact, I believe that the SEC does not have jurisdiction over cryptocurrency. They shouldn't.
You know what?
Because they don't understand it to begin with.
Yeah, a bunch of old. Let me not say the right word.
They're old people. Old people.
You can go through the list real quick so that we can show people what those spot ETFs are. They can keep an eye out for them.
So VanEck, try.
VanEck. I
Rejected.
know my girl Hark is in there as well.
Yeah, Ark is in there. I think Michael Saylor is in there too, isn't it?
And yeah, it should be Wisdom Tree is there. Wow, Wisdom Tree is trying to get into it too.
Absolutely.
Skybridge is in there.
Skybridge, right? Also got rejected. Stone Ridge also in there. Valkyrie is also in there. Fidelity, nice. And Kryptoin. What is Kryptoin?
I don't know what
that's a weird name. Okay. Well, but you know, hey, hopefully, Ark. Everyone loves Ark. And hopefully we'll get to a point one day where these things will be approved, because I think this is a better way for people who don't want to. There we go, grayscale. I think this is a better way for people who want to get that exposure to Bitcoin without actually buying Bitcoin to get that exposure, which I'm not sure why they would do that, but hey, interesting stuff.
No. There's some super rich people that would rather have an investor go and get involved in Bitcoin for them, like a advisor or whatever.
Right.
So like, you're a multimillionaire, you don't have time to get a wallet and secure a wallet, just like what they do right now with paying hedge funds to make money for them. That's kind of what they're trying to do as well. So yeah, it's a good instrument.
There we go.
I'm sure someday you get there, you go like, yeah, Kenny, I'm tired of all this chasing, man. Let me just pay someone to do the chasing.
No, bro, because I'm just gonna buy the Bitcoin and let it sit there. It's one step process. I don't need to pay someone to go buy something that gives me exposure to another thing. Listen, man. Sometimes people complicate things thinking they're simplifying it, but hey, to each their own. Everyone is allowed to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is what freedom is about. This is what Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are about. Freedom to do whatever, So either way.
All right.
6 billion worth of Ethereum, okay, freely transferred from wallet to Kraken exchange. More than 6 billion worth of Ethereum have moved on the chain. Hold up. More than 6 billion worth of Ethereum have been moved. Dude, has been moved, bro.
Why you always trying to pick people's English?
No, because it messes up my reading flow, bro.
African man trying to correct an Armand, that name sounds.
Let me tell you, bro. Listen, English. When you wait, pause, roll back. Don't say African trying to correct another person's English. Who are the highest passing? Wait, when you look at the graduation rates, okay? When you look at the graduation rates, who are the people graduating college the most here? Isn't it the Nigerians? Okay, I'll rest my case then. Africans are not outperforming like that because we don't know how to read English, my guy. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, bro, I'm on something else this morning, man. Let me stop. Anyway, more than 6 billion worth of Ethereum has been moved, because when you wrote this article, it had already moved. You did not write the article at the time it was happening. Okay, it was not being moved. Anyway, I feel bad about doing that now. Let's just move on, man. The Will Alert transaction tracker bot has exploded earlier today after more than 1.5 million Ethereum was transacted from the unknown wallet to the Kraken centralized exchange. Here's what is behind those transactions. According to the transaction page, 6 billion worth of Ethereum have been transferred from the anonymous wallet. But if we check each transaction on the Ethereum blockchain explorer, 100% of the funds have been transacted from the Kraken cold wallet. Couple things here. An unknown wallet. Everyone's wallet is unknown, right?
Everyone's wallet is unknown, but you can tell which address it's coming from.
Okay.
So people could probably over time know that the Kraken cold wallet. So Kraken is the exchange, right?
Right.
And they also happen to have a cold wallet, which is away from the main exchange.
Yeah.
So now they're bringing the Ethereum coins that they have into the exchange to provide liquidity, which means that it's somebody huge make a huge bet, not that they need to go and withdraw from their backup and put it into the exchange.
So just to make sure I'm understanding what it is. So what is happening then is that this Kraken exchange, right, is possibly realizing that there's going to be some need for extra liquidity, whether it's from a bunch of people selling, right, a potential mass sell-off coming in. So they're trying to make sure that there's enough liquidity on exchanges so that when people start dumping, they were able to get out. It's interesting that they will do that at a time when Ethereum
it could be that some of the huge bets.
A huge bet? How do you mean?
It could be either or. Let's be optimistic.
Right.
You know, people say it's going to go to 5,000, it's going to go to 10,000. Maybe someone made a huge bet and you need the liquidity for it.
For people to buy and sell.
For people to buy and sell. So maybe something big is coming, and then they need to make sure that there was liquidity for that. But worst case scenario, maybe the AI is telling the people about start taking some profit. You need to be able to get them the money.
Absolutely.
One of the two. We don't know, but we're still in the bull market. So for them to be providing liquidity in the bull market, it could mean a major sell-off, or a major pump up. Which direction we don't know yet. But looking at our to the moon shots, things are looking positive.
Yeah,
but sometimes when you're going to the moon, the rocket drops.
Sometimes when you go to the moon, you will come across things you've not seen before because you're in uncharted waters. Listen, I think it's very interesting. At the same time, too, it's a bit sketchy, man. When you consider that FUD is a thing, right? It'll be interesting to see what happens. So, but right now, Ethereum is pushing. Everything looks great, and we've seen multiple times where we wake up one day and there's just that big red candle. So, some of those events, you never forget it, and as you go forward, you try to protect yourself from it as well. So, who knows?
Do you mean Neo in the stock market? Do you mean Satira?
Neo, Bitcoin, Ethereum. If you look at Bitcoin just a few months ago, you know what I mean? I mean, it's non-stop. It's everywhere you look, right? So if we pull up Bitcoin there, I mean, look at that move. Look at that. It started there, right? So someone was at the top there, was probably like, oh, it's all good, and then that boom, and then it starts coming back and you're like, oh yeah, then hey, look at that.
That was a China FUD right there. We don't have China
exactly
right
now. But hey, listen, we've been going on with this one for a very long time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, man. I'm so excited to be doing this stuff every day. I mean, I'm just grateful for it. That's all I got to say. Kenny,
thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.
Yes, absolutely. And remember, at 100 subscribers, we're giving away 2 shirts. That's where we are now. And then Cardano, it's at what? Cardano is at what? Is it at 500? At at 500 subscribers, we're giving away $500 worth of Cardano. 2 winners, $250 worth of Cardano each. So amazing. Until next time, check out.
The below.